Holm. Even though North Korea is considered a third world country, its cyber warfare technology has evolved to have encoding capabilities, collaborating attack campaigns, and adapting malware code to avoid detection. Living in the US, we all have the pride of who we are, and with that comes the fear of losing who we are to a foreign country. North Korea's cyber warfare capabilities have increased drastically since the US first took note of them in the 1990s. First, I will talk about how North Korea wasn't considered much of a threat to begin with. Then, I will talk about how nations were only concerned about their nuclear program. And finally, I will talk about how their cyber warfare program has grown to be their greatest weapon. North Korea first became a country in 1948 after the Korean War. Their first leader and dictator was named Kim Il-sung. The split from the Korean War created two countries, North and South Korea. That split forced North Korea to rebuild the military and economy. That rebuild was also the building blocks to their modern day projects and attacks on other countries. According to Edward Kovacs, a reporter from Security Week and an IT teacher for 2 years, he states in his reading titled "The U.S. Army Report Describes North Korea's Cyber Warfare Capabilities." In terms of their computer warfare, North Korea conducts more cyber attacks because of their low cost and low risk. Their cyber warfare attacks are also a good counter against a traditional strong military. North Korea stayed under the radar until they started testing their nuclear program and weapons. Their nuclear program started in the 1950s. In the 1960s, they began receiving aid from the Soviet Union. They would continue to seek aid throughout the years and sign agreements only later to break them so they could get away with testing nuclear weapons. Their first successful nuclear test was in 2006. Today, they are more cyber warfare oriented. According to Emma Chanlett Avery, a specialist in Asian affairs, the North Korean government has devoted many resources to their cyber warfare more recently. Many have the opinion and believe that they are bigger threats when it comes to cyber warfare than China, Russia, and Iran. People got so caught up with their nuclear program that their cyber warfare went unnoticed. Attacks on other nations began as far back as 2009. North Korea has a program of recruiting young men and women, sending them to China to train for a couple years, and will receive them back with the title of a cyber soldier. North Korea has reportedly over 3,000 cyber soldiers. According to Kang Ji-young from the Department of Info Security, he states in his reading that Kim Jong-un got his spark of interest in developing a cyber warfare program from viewing the Gulf War in 1991. Kim Jong-un, when asked on his belief in cyber warfare, was that of, if the internet was a gun, then cyber warfare is a bomb. First, I talked about how North Korea began off as not much of a threat. Then, I talked about how North Korea first developed their nuclear program. Finally, I talked about how they have developed their cyber warfare program to becoming their best weapon. North Korea's cyber warfare program has developed drastically since the U.S. first took note of it in the 1990s. Because of a recent success in cyber warfare, like their coding capabilities, attack campaigns, and adapting malware code, we should be concerned with the power that they have because of the way that they are ruled.
350, thank you. 1, 2.